Hey folks, it's Mark here from Harmonix, where we give you the knowledge to get good on guitar. Harmonix is your channel for easy to follow guitar lessons for all levels. Today is a beginner video and it's going to be focused on palm muting, aka dampening. You can do muting with your left hand, but this video is directed at right hand muting, okay? So playing chords and playing notes with the right hand and muting the string. So as the name suggests, you're using your palm to mute the string. But how exactly can you do that? Let's take an example here. Let's put our first finger on fret 7 on the A string. And we're just going to play that a couple of times open. Okay, and then what we're going to do here is we're going to take the karate chop part of our hand, the fleshy part on the back, and we're going to put it on the guitar just as the strings emerge from the bridge. Okay, so this area up here, we're just going to slide that fleshy part just in front there. Okay, and we're not going to press too into the guitar too hard, right? We're not going to like slam down on it too much. We're just going to leave it there. And what we do is our thumb and our first finger will reach forward a little bit into this middle picking area of the guitar. And we're just going to play that 7 on the A a couple of times like this. Now what you may find is this is happening, which means your hand is too far away from the strings, or you may hear this, where you're choking it so much, as in you're pressing the karate chop part of your hand so far into the strings that you're just completely choking it off. So you need to find the balance, okay? So once you've found that balance, and we can hear a definite tone, it sounds the same note as it does when you're not palm muting it and just playing it normally, than when you are. The only difference, really, should be how long it takes the note to shut up once you've played it. A dampened or palm muted note should sound roughly the amount of time it takes you to pick it, and maybe a fraction of a second after, but no more than that, really. Okay? So once we've got this, we can practice the difference between the two. And we can do that by lifting our hand up and down away from the guitar. Obviously, I'm exaggerating this movement here. It's not as much as that, but it's just tiny amounts away and to the guitar. Okay, once you've mastered that and it's starting to get pretty good, we now move on to an extra string. So we don't just want this on one string. We want to actually be able to do it on, say, maybe 2 or 3 strings. So we can start dampening or palm muting chords. So let's stick with the example we had. We had fret 7 on the A. Now we're going to put our third finger down on the D string on fret 9. So we get the E power chord. And we're going to hold those 2 notes. So now what we're going to do is we're going to play it without palm muting it, i.e. our hand isn't digging in to the guitar just in front of the bridge where the strings emerge. And we're just going to play those 2 strings together. Now this is where your actual picking is going to start getting worked, because depending on how good your brushing motion is against the strings, you're either going to catch them and get almost like a flam effect, like, which means you're actually putting too much pressure on the pick. So you're going to need to find a nice way to be able to brush and hold the pick not too tight, so that as you push forward with your thumb, with your pick, there's barely any difference in time between the 2 notes sounding out. Okay, like that. And then what we can do is we can practice that with our palm mute off and on. Like that. In order to make this sound better, we're going to be adding the low E now. And we're going to be playing the top 3 strings. So the low E, fret 0 or nothing, just an open string. 7 on the A and 9 on the D. And we're going to play them all together without palm muting first of all, so we know what it should sound like. Okay, and then we're going to slowly lower our hand and hear the difference. Okay, so a good example of how you can use this to kind of sound like you're actually rocking out a little bit and getting somewhere and making some noise is we're going to play this E power chord, but what we're going to do is we're going to play one open, as in not palm muted, and then we're going to play two palm muted. Okay, so we're going to be playing the top three strings, open, then quickly play another two palm muted. Two as in two tries of it. We're going to be playing all three strings every time, but two palm muted picks and one open. So it's going to be open, closed, closed, open, closed, closed. As in hand away, in, two. Hand away, one, in, two. Like this. And then what you can do to add to that is you can go open, closed, open, closed. Okay, and if we put those two patterns together, it sounds like this. So now we're starting to get somewhere. So now what we want to do is we want to sort of brighten up this chord a little bit. So what we can do is we can put our pinky on the 9 on the G string underneath our third finger, which is on the D, and play all four, top four strings. So let's do it without the palm muting first of all. Then we add the palm mute. There we go. We got a nice breadth of the E power chord sound now. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to incorporate those two rhythms combined. So let's not forget what they were. It was unpalm muted and then two muted. And then after you've done a few of them and you're happy, you do unpalm muted, muted, unpalm muted, muted. So you could say it as open, closed, open, closed. So the rhythm would be then open, close, closed, open, close, closed for a few times, and then open, closed, open, closed. Let me show you what that looks like really slowly. Once we get to this point and we're actually pretty comfortable at opening, closing, or palm muting, not palm muting, palm muting, not palm muting, what we can do is we can start adding more dynamics to the strings, as in we can start accenting certain notes by hitting them a little bit harder. We can play certain notes on the chords with less palm muting and more palm muting on other parts of the chord, which is a little bit more technical and advanced. But to give you an example here, if I unpalm mute or play open the low E here and let it drone out a little bit over the top of my muted power chord, then you get far more of an E sound and it sounds a lot kind of heavier and cooler. Let me show you what I mean. So here it is without the open E so much. And with more of an open E, more dynamics on this top string. So I hope you enjoyed that lesson today and your understanding of palm muting, aka dampening, and also how to do it is a lot better than it was before you started this video. That would make me very happy indeed. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. So there we are, folks. That's it for me today. I'm going to leave you with these videos to check out. I hope they're helpful for you. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.